Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Level Up series. This is episode 43 I believe. And today I'm going to be completing at least one, I think two, of the update airships. Got to streamline the name a little, that could be a little better. But yes, that is what I'm going to be doing today. But first, something I'm gonna do. I haven't done this in a little while, but I need to add some names because you might know I recently did a 1,000 sub firework display video, and recently I just haven't been able to add people, so gotta do that. There's a few people here. So Merchian, Diamond Saber, Jacob P81, Pleble, Morale XX, Mailman 2865, and Mr. Tingler 69. So I will toss the comments he left on screen right now. They're quite humorous. Listen. He asked if I could release a world download, and I did leave a reply that I will do that on episode 50. I will do a world tour. So thank you for asking the very important question, Mr. Tingler. So yeah, if you did happen to want to download the world at some point, just a couple more weeks, should be at episode 50. So yeah, not too much longer till that. That's when I will do the world download. So stay tuned. But yeah, I'll catch you guys over at the site of the construction. Of course, I got an inventory of stuff. I'm going to need way more. I'm going to need a lot of stuff, but I'll get into that over there. Alright, so here we are. Way above the ground. And, of course, slightly in front of the statue. I knew that this might be a little bit of a problem. However, I'm going to angle the ship that way, so the mast, or the end, whatever the end is called. The nose. I'll just call it the nose. We'll go with the nose. That's going to be facing that way. Its rear end will be facing towards my statue, but that means in the captain's cabin thing I'm going to make, that means you should be able to see my statue from the back, which I think is pretty cool. Not cute. I don't know why I was going to say that. Whatever. We'll just ignore what I was going to say. Anyway. I'm going to try a little bit different of a style. I've done a whole bunch of time lapses recently. However, I want to change it up a little, so I'm going to do progressive stages of this. So first I'll do like the hull, then here and there I'll like update you guys on different parts of it. So it should be a little bit better, and I'll of course describe what I'm going to do. So of course, before I get started, the hull. Now, this is the 1.0 ship, so I'm gonna try to use mostly blocks, or like only blocks, that were in the game in 1.0. So you shouldn't be seeing any other kinds of wood. So only the oak planks. I mean, you like spruce logs and stuff, they were in the game, of course. But you couldn't turn them into actual planks until I think 1.2.5, so yeah, I'm not going to add those quite yet. They're just going to be... If I'm going to have any logs, they're just going to be somewhere else. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I'll get started on this, and we'll see how this goes. Alright, first off, I would like to apologize for a big gap in recording sessions. I've been sick for around a week, so I might sound a little congested. I'm sorry about that. This is the best I've sounded in like all week. I really did want to do a lot of this sooner, but I felt absolutely terrible, and I think this is the best I'm feeling all week. So still not all the way better, but likely by the time this video comes out I'll be better. We'll see. Anyway, some progress, of course, it's coming along. Yes, I like this little fin on the back. I think that's pretty neat. It's just, I love the idea of floating ships. They're awesome. Yeah, anyway, so I got the majority of the hull here. I have to finish like the back here. It's more of the front. Of course, I actually get like all the floors in and whatnot. I think I'll pop back in once I've completed those. But just wanted to give you a look at what this is looking like so far. And it might give you a look at what it looks like at the bottom later on, but so far, I think it's pretty cool. I like these things. Plus, let's see, is it visible? Yeah. Over here, I guess, mostly. There is like a big oak line going across the bottom. Like the spine of the ship, or whatever you call it. I think it's pretty cool. So, of course, it's coming along. And I love it. I like these things. And I think it adds a lot of character to the world. So believe me, whenever I get the chance, I will be making more of these. Of course, I'm not as experienced with making boats, so it might not look the greatest. But I'm happy with it. And something else I did want to add, when it comes to redstone in this world, I don't think I'll be looking up anything. Because I think it's the best when, you know, I figure out these things myself. So, yeah, just a little note for future redstone stuff. I plan on making everything myself. No tutorials on anything. I mean, I can make tutorials about things I make, of course, but... Because I got an idea for something I want to do. And I'm really curious to see it as whether or not it's even possible. But that's something I'll make in the redstone update. But anyway, that's later on. So yeah, I'll pop back in, of course, when I have more of this finished. Catch you guys in a moment. Alrighty, so as you can see, the majority of the hull is done. I actually think just a few more details here and there, and that should be all of it. I might put an anchor going down off the side. I have to think about that. But yeah, I'll give you a quick overview of some of this. So yes, of course, here's the main deck. I got some of these trapdoors here because it lets a little bit of light in downstairs. I think that's pretty good. Of course, going up here, we get the wheel. Very, very good wheel. Of course, I'm gonna have 3 masts. Yeah, masts. I think that's what they're called. 3 of them. That's gonna go up into the big balloon. And then downstairs here, nothing yet. I will do, I think, all the interior work on camera in a little bit. And here's like the captain's cabin. So, yeah. I don't have a whole lot of stuff to work with. So, any detail work that I can do, I believe me, I'm gonna try to do. So, yeah, I just wanted to pop in quick because, you know, I do want to show this off before I, of course, build the balloon. And when it comes to the balloon, I would like to put 1.0 on the balloon. I just got to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that. Because I'm going to have like this strip going around it. And I don't want the period to be covered up by the strip. You'll eventually see what that looks like. But I got to figure it out. But yeah, I'll be right back once I have completed the balloon. Alrighty, folks. It's been a few days since the last recording session. I know. I mean, that's typically how things go. I mean, I record things across a whole bunch of days and then, you know, eventually see it. It's very, very short, but it takes me a long time to do this, especially because I do other things in life and, you know, things get busy. But the balloon is done. I've done a lot of detail work. I think it looks pretty awesome. It's over there looking pretty imposing. Actually, you know what? I think I forgot some on the top there. Well, we'll go back up. I have to add a few stairs on the top there, which I missed. But as you can see, it's looking pretty cool. I like how it's turning out. I've added a little bit of details on the underside as well. I'll show you. Okay, so like under here, there's some stairs and trapdoors. I've been using a lot of trapdoors for this because, I mean, let's be completely honest, that's really kind of one of the best detail blocks I have. So it's, oh goodness, you know, we'll deal with that in a minute, or right now, because it's gonna be a pain. Enough. Alright. So I did plug this up. That's okay. I will burrow my way out. Oh dear, of course it's right underneath that. Put that there. Yeah, so it's over here. I just forgot 2 stairs. I hope that's all I've forgotten, because otherwise I'll find out about it later on. But, yes, as you can see, I'll just leave the dirt there, I don't really care. It's inside, you're not going to be seeing it. Yeah. No. Come back here. Oh yeah, I did fall off and die. Only once though, surprisingly enough. So, I'll just... I know the chapter is not really going to work. However, I'll just leave it there. It looks a little bit better. Yeah, anyway. I love how it's turning out. Of course, like I said earlier, I do only have the logs. I can't use planks, which I know there's this. But I'd like to think this is one of the planks, or like the big, yeah, the big planks that they have just sitting on top here. For when a ship pulls in, you just slide it over and, you know, use it to board. So this is not technically a part of it, just so you know, because I think it was 1.2.5, something like that. I was able to make those, whatever. But yes, now let us get on to, I believe, the most important part, which is the interior. Not the most important part. The exterior has to look very, very good. So, let's see what we can do. I will make a door out of spruce because that's all I have. Yeah. Alright, the cabin here. I'm happy they changed the way you can place oak logs. What it was prior to this version was very annoying because you could only actually, oh man, oh well. What you could only do then was, like, you'd have to be in alignment with it. Now you can just place it, it'll align right. You'd have to mess around with it yourself, I think, but I want there to be a bed here, so I'm thinking have... Would that look weird? I feel like that'd look weird. Let's just put that there and maybe remove that. Let's work out how this bed is going to look quick. There's going to be a whole bunch of beds downstairs as well, but Captain needs his own bed. So, you know what, Captain's a schmuck. He's a bit of a bum, so he can sleep on that. That's fine. Plus, he doesn't get any decorations on top of his little shelves here. You know what? He can have a sign that just says bum. As you can see, I'm not a big fan of this captain. For no particular reason. Now, let's see. Just gonna have a desk here. I know it's rather annoying only being able to build out of one type of planks, but I'm trying to stick to the idea of this is 1.0. I'm not gonna have everything, so yeah. Got his own little chair. To the back, you can see the statue and other things. Also, the views from up here are fantastic. I love it. I think I was saying to myself earlier, I don't think it recorded, but I really do want to get some cool screenshots. Also, maybe just show what it looks like from up here, because I think it's awesome. I don't know what I'm going to put down here, but someday there's going to be tons of buildings. At least, that's what I believe. There'll be tons of paths, houses, all sorts of stuff. And in not too long, I'll be starting a big project over there. I'll explain that later on, I think. But yes. Is this... It is incredibly lackluster. I know, but... I really don't have a whole lot to use. I'll have a ladder on the wall as well. Oh, you know what I could do? I can get paintings. That was something that completely slipped my mind. I have a wall in here. Don't need a whole lot. I'll take 4. This should be easily enough. Yeah. Put one behind you, right? Sure. I'll add 2 right here as well. I think that's all right. A little bit of detail is good. All right, now down here. This is where it gets a little tricky. So I'm gonna have these little bays for the individuals who live down here. So I think it's just going to be like this. Couple beams going across. Now I did, of course, build all this in creative before. I'm just going off of memory. So I believe this is what this looks like. All right, so, and we'll have to get a whole bunch of beds. It's gonna take a lot. So I think each of these is gonna have 4, maybe 2. I think 2 would make a lot of sense because it's not like they have a whole lot of room. And can I make a window in here? Okay, this is where it gets tricky because I could do like I could do this. But you can see, and I actually do kind of like that. I mean, I just come up with that on the spot. I don't think that's too bad. Oh goodness, I gotta be careful about that. Of course, I did that. But yeah, I think this looks pretty good. So yeah, let's go with that. Adds a little bit of detail. Lets you look outside. Get some fresh air. It's probably not the greatest smelling place. Right, okay, yeah, this one needs one. Very peaceful Minecraft music. Also, yes, like I think I said earlier, wait, that light does not come in. Yeah, by now I already do feel better. I mean, me saying that, hopefully I didn't condemn my fate or whatever. What am I looking for? Torches, right. Put them... I'm going through here, right? this. I'm going on here. I think that looks reasonable. Now let's get some beds. Let's see, there's 6. So we need 12 beds. So I'm only going to do that many. I don't even have planks on me. Let's make it out of spruce because I have a lot of that. Is that 12? No. Is it? Yeah. 4. 8. It is. Oops. Well, you know what? We'll go with that. That works. The crew is gonna need some space, you know. So I feel like this is a lot of beds for such a small ship, but that's okay. And I would like to keep the size of the ship relatively like in line with the size of the update. So 1.0, of course, added, you know, the end dimension and all that. The actual end to the game and all. So I feel like it's pretty reasonable to be giving it a fairly sized ship, but there are other updates that they also add a lot. So I have this little nook back here. I want to fill this in. Let's give a little bit of detail in here. No harm in that. I know there's this block, but is this underneath anything? It isn't. Okay, let's move that a little. I think that looks pretty good, right? All right, so of course there's a lot of space. I'll probably just toss a few chests and stuff in here, because that makes sense, right? To have a little bit of cargo. Maybe some crafting tables. I mean, it would probably make sense to have some like end stone, some end blocks maybe. I think end stone is really the only end one I have. Yeah, now that I think about it, that sounds about right. Oh well. Quite barren in here, honestly. Yeah, well, we'll be hauling some bookshelves as well, right? Wow, it is still really empty. And there's down here as well. I don't really know what I would put down here. Well, I think that should be fine, though. I still think this thing turned out really cool looking. Granted, it's dark, and there's things spawning on it now, but still, I like it. This, I might be a little iffy about this, but, like, this is the only reasonable way I could figure it out without having, like, the big, like, this is the one I was talking about earlier, the strip covering the period. Which, yes, that's a period, because the way you type it in anything in Minecraft, it's 2 pixels, not 1. So here is the period. Here's the apostrophe. As you can see, 2 pixels, 3 pixels. So it's... I want to keep it like the Minecraft text. And I plan on putting something like that on each of the ships, so it's labeled, hopefully. But the 1.1 airship that I'm going to make is going to be really tiny, because, you know, it's a really tiny update. So, but yeah, I will get to that in a future video. Anyway, about what I do believe I'll be doing next episode. If not, it's in the very near future, not distant. What I plan on doing is making a bridge from this mountain here all the way over past the swamp castle over to another mountain. And there is a reason why I'm doing this. And I'm not gonna give it away right now, but I think it's pretty cool. It's gonna be very big and resource intensive, of course, because, you know, when do I build? Well, I mean, I do build small things, but I feel like I'm always taking on a big project. So yeah, this one's gonna be heavy on stone, but yeah, that's really about it for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I think this turned out pretty cool. And if you got any suggestions on how to improve my boats, please do let me know. Of course, this is the first one I made in a very long time. So, believe me, I would love to hear what you guys think. And yeah, hopefully I can catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.